Hey everybody, how's it going? Superfiend here, and welcome back to our Norsca Throgg Total War campaign. So if you're watching this, then you've already seen the awesome thumbnail that the artist provided for this series. He did a great work. I'm going to have him go back and probably do a Skarsnik thumbnail, and I might be using him for some of my future thumbnails. It looks really good. Alright, and one other thing, I made a small change to how I'm doing my audio. I noticed that in my Planet Coaster and Skarsnik series that other YouTube videos are slightly louder than I am, so this one I'm not turning down the game volume as much, and I'm increasing my voice volume in my final videos a little bit more than I have been. So please let me know how that's working for you, if my audio and volume levels are good. So let's hop back into it. Let's get into the campaign here. Let's see. We just confederated. We don't have a major penalty bonus. If we run over here and kill Sirtha Ek, or Ek-Sirtha, or whatever the heck his name is, if we get over here and we kill him, we could actually get all this territory rather quickly. And that's kind of enticing. Or the other thing we do is we go over here and we start raising these for the Dark God's favor, and that might be better than going to war with Sirtha Ek. I'm not sure, but I don't want to give Sirtha Ek a bunch of time to get powerful. Let's just make sure that's his name, right? Okay, Sirtha Ek. I know he's the chariot guy. There's a gigantic joke on Reddit that all he has is chariots, and I think he starts the game with a chariot. Okay, so I'm kind of tempted to run this way with Throgg, because oh boy, this is a tough choice. I mean, this could blow up in our face if we run over here and we encounter a strong Varg army. We may not be able to defeat them at battle, and then we may lose over here. Meanwhile, these dwarves are going to do nothing but get stronger, and they're gonna get out of control. And let's just look at these guys real quick, right? These guys are, like, they're barely better than goblins, okay? In my opinion. They're barely better than goblins, and like, I think they have higher leadership, but I just don't think these guys are going to stand up well against dwarves. And even if we get the... Well, what do we really need? We need chariots, probably, to really do damage to the dwarves. If we let the dwarves steamroll, okay? If we let the dwarves steamroll, then I think we need chariots to deal with them. I think the monster units are going to be too expensive for us to maintain until we sack some sort of major capital and get, like, 10,000 out of it. But even 10,000 per turn is going to go by really quick if we're at negative 2,000 income per turn. Oh boy, this is a tough choice. We're gonna head back over here. We're gonna go against the dwarves, and we're gonna take this guy, and we're just gonna kind of like scout over this way. There's the old question, why not both? So maybe we'll be able to handle the dwarves and Sirtha Ek simultaneously. I don't know. I don't want to recruit anything until we actually do some sacking and get some income. And let's see, our research here, recruitment cost minus 10% for Marauder Infantry. Do we have an upkeep technology? Something that decreases Marauder upkeep? Maybe it's inside the... Maybe it's an army or a legendary lord or a lord skill point. Okay. I don't think we're going to do anything else this turn. Next turn with Throgg, we might be able to go over here and sack this. They really don't have much. And if we sack this, then we should be able to do some recruitment with the other guy. And I imagine that the dwarves are going to counterattack Winterpire. Okay, war tools. All right, weapon strength. Let's get that. Weapon strength is good. Okay, he can just make it. Now, I don't know if we want to do that yet. I kind of want to recruit with this guy. Now, what does this look like? You know, like how far can this guy make it into Cirk territory before we have a problem? And is this their capital? That's their capital. And they're at war with Kislev. Norsca's now at war with Bretonnia and Scaling, which I guess is over here. They must be over here. And these guys still like us, but nobody wants to trade. All right. Where are we going to go here? Okay, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to recruit with this guy. What are we up against in here? Champions, spearmen. So I kind of think what would work better is armor-piercing missiles and a decent melee combatant. Okay, what are those? Those are Marauder Hunters, and they're 145 upkeep. Then we got the Javelins. These are anti-large. So who moves faster? They both move 35. Who's got the better range? Okay, these guys got the better range. And then these guys, what is this? Armor piercing? And these guys are what? Bonus versus large. Okay, these guys have rage. Recharge if engaged in melee. Stage 1. Stage 2. Do all of our guys get like little abilities like this? Berserk. Okay, so I guess I gotta pay attention when I'm selecting these guys because they have useful abilities on the battlefield. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Just wanted to look at your unit card. I don't understand the stage 1, stage 2 stuff. Well, we'll try and see if we can figure out what all that means in the next battle. Okay, so I think what I want is I want the Javelins. Ammunition is 16 versus 8. Missile damage 35 versus 30. So, and what's this? Oh, ooh, that's right. We get the Frostworm. Okay, that's huge. That's killing us in upkeep, but that's huge. Okay, so, and the Marauder Javelins are cheaper than the Spearmen, so I think we want to get 3 units of these in his army. And actually, boy, this is. We'll move him right here and we'll recruit. And then what else do we got here? We got ambush. Okay, raiding camp, and we got raiding. Oh. So this is pretty typical. Pretty typical raiding stance bonuses. And pretty typical raiding camp bonuses. Okay, so we're gonna recruit these guys in here. We can't get any regiments of renown. Oh look! Oh wow! The first one that we can get is a Frostworm. A feral mammoth. Is this the order that these unlock? This seems like hugely imbalanced. If you could get these have to come last, right? Like I would imagine that these guys are unlocked first. There's no way this could be like the first unlock in here. Well, we'll see how that happens, right? We'll see. We'll see as it goes on. And then 1600, I think we'll go ahead and we'll upgrade that. That's gonna, well, let's see. Income generated per turn, 10. Well, gosh, we should just upgrade it so we could get 20. Woohoo! All right, we're gonna do this. I just feel like we have to. So let's go down here and sack this and raid. Oh, look at how Throgg how he lumbers along on the campaign map. That's really cool. All right, let's get us some easy money. So we got miners, we got 1 unit of dwarf warriors, we got some crossbowmen. I think we're going to send the trolls and the dogs into the missile units, and we'll use Throgg and our marauders against their regular infantry. Okay. And let's get Throgg front and center. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so these guys have it. Rage. Augment. How do you activate this? When does it activate? Recharge if. Maybe every 45 seconds, like it increases. These warriors have something of an anger management problem. Funnily enough, no one has yet found a safe way to broach the issue. Very curious. Oh, we got a potion of healing with Throgg. I didn't even notice that. Oh boy, he's got regeneration and then he's got a healing. Okay, let's see. Regeneration replenishes hit points of combatants, so that's a constant effect. Hide. Wow, Throgg can hide. Usually large units can't hide, so that's kind of interesting. How big is he compared to the other trolls? He's a little bit bigger. Now watch, now these guys probably can't hide. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess we're going to have to attribute it to Throgg's cunning. He's actually smart enough to like crouch down behind a boulder or something. Now, do these guys have any of those Marauder-like abilities? They don't. Okay, I'm really curious. How does this work? Do we activate it? You know, I don't see it down here. How does it pop up? How do we gain access to that? I don't know. I guess what we can do is, as we're fighting the battle, we'll just like keep one of the units selected and see if that buff is showing up on them. All right. And I'm kind of wondering if I'm crazy or if this is new music. It almost kind of sounds like new music. Okay, so Throgg has commanded his otherwise dim-witted trolls to encircle the enemy. Let's. The dogs are getting shot. Okay. Okay, this is good. Yeah, no, come back over this way. You silly quarrelers. Okay, so we want to get Throgg and his boys up in there. Throgg ready. He shares some personality traits with Grimgore, doesn't he? Okay. Now, actually, because Throgg is so much faster, we're gonna walk up there with Throgg and we're gonna charge with these guys, right? Look at how Throgg walks. I love this animation. He's just kind of lumbers along. Okay. Now let's move in here with these guys. And let's just make them control group 4, and these guys can be 5. And we can kind of just walk these guys in and walk those guys in. And now the Marauders are just starting to catch up. And so here comes Throggy old boy. We'll get him moving a little quicker. And the quarrelers will probably pull back. All right, let's not waste any time with this. Let's just vomit all over them. Okay, here we go. Everybody else is coming in. We're not faring so well. We need to get in the backs here quickly. Okay, let's get in the back here. Get in the back here. Come on, guys. Throgg's doing fine. And let's see, we want to charge right into the back of these guys. Right into the back here. Okay, we're going to crush the middle. Yeah, look at these guys. These guys are getting destroyed. Okay, let's get the doggies out. Doggies. And doggies. Because now the correlers are starting to pull out of here. So we'll get on those correlers. These correlers. We'll bring these marauders over here. We're crushing these guys. Alright, now let's see what's going on here. Okay, yep. There it was. Can I please, like, read this? Rage. So I guess every time this cycles around, they get the next stage. Which is kind of nice. But at the same time, like, Marauders, they don't live very long in battle. They got no armor. Marauders are basically tall goblins that have pale skin and like cold weather. So, I think we need to get a couple more Marauder units in here. Maybe we want to get the Shieldmen, or the Spearmen. Or no, these guys have shields. It's the Spearmen that don't have shields. Teeny weeny bit of money.
This settlement is yours to do with as you please. Whether that be the establishment of a camp to recruit and build from, or to devote it to one of the gods by raising it to ash and ruin, gaining their favor and gifts.
Okay, so it says we can do with as we please, whether that be establishment of a camp to recruit. And I don't really see anything down here that says establish a settlement. They all kind of say destroy it. Okay, so let's click on this little thing. Gain allegiance by raising settlements in the name of one of the four gods or by completing monster hunts. Allegiance progress is gradually lost when switching support to another god. Each rank unlocked grants faction-wide bonus. Reaching maximum allegiance with a single god will lock the progression bar for... Oh, so... Okay, so reaching the maximum allegiance with a single god will lock the progression bar for others. So if you're playing the campaign smart, you'll try to get all of them to level 2 and then hit level 3 with like the one that you really want. And if we get level 3, then the chosen god will be ultra happy with us and distort us into some wicked looking thing. Okay, so... Alright, so there's 4 gods, and you get +6 when you do these raising actions. Now I don't know if the favor you get is constant throughout the campaign, like is it always +6 or does it increase as you already have favor with that god? I'm going to assume that it's +6, a consistent +6, and so what that means is if you try to round robin this, you probably really only want to focus on 3 of them. So you kind of want to choose 2 or 3 that you think are better, and maybe neglect the other 2. And so, looking at these bonuses up here, upkeep and recruitment rank, and then we get a chaos sorcerer. So that's like that's pretty weak. Now, weapon strength. Unit experience, and it'll take 5 raisings to get through here, and then 12 raisings to get through here, and so that's 17 settlements. You know how many settlements? We need the expanded map, basically. We need the expanded map. Research rate, winds of magic. Okay, so I think what we really need right now upkeep -10% for all units. I really think that the upkeep and the replenishment, I really kind of want this devastating plague. I bet that will be pretty powerful. So, and the replenishment's big, and so I think I want to focus on the Serpent and the Crow. And because our Marauders are taking lots of casualties, I think I want to go with the Serpent first for the 20% replenishment. If we're regenerating 20% every turn, then we can afford to keep sacking more often, and we won't need the 10% upkeep reduction, I think. So I gotta implant this into my brain. We're doing the Crow. The Crow. The Crow. Okay, raise for the Crow.
You have chosen to pledge allegiance. The gods will be pleased. Their favor toward you grows. Keep their gaze upon you by erecting further monoliths in their name, and reap the benefits they bestow.
Okay, so let's do we actually see the monolith? Let's go down here and look at it. Now, like, can we do anything with this? Doesn't look like we can interact with it. Do we replenish in here? Okay, we don't replenish, and that counts as like your typical raising maneuver. So it ate up all of our movement points, and we can't move. And that kind of sucks because, well, the dwarves here, they've now got almost a full stack. They've already got war machines. So they're either going to head this way, or they're going to come out of here, and they're going to try to cut us off. So as much as I'd like to look at all these wonderful abilities, I think the one that we really need right now is campaign movement range, because we're going to need to outrun the dwarves. And we're recruiting over there. And here's the other thing that sucks. We didn't get any money for doing that. Yeah, okay. So I think we're going to have to attack these guys pretty much on the next turn. Maybe what we'll do... Oh, boy. This is going to get us like at war with so many people. Oh, boy. I was going to say maybe what we could do is like charge down here and like rampage through these... Like, rampage through here and meet up both of our forces this way and try to kill Varg. And then we're going to lose territory. We're going to lose territory because as soon as we sack or raise this, like, Kislev's going to start chasing us. The dwarves are going to move this way because now they're pissed off at us. But we might be able to get over here and establish a base and then, like, start moving eastward or maybe south. You know, I don't really know if we need to focus a whole lot of attention to this dwarf settlement. Yeah, we'll see. Okie doke. Norsca. Okay, so the dwarves stayed put. Casualty replenishment rate plus 20%. Now, if we head this way, the dwarves, they're going to cut us off, right? That's a given. And how far can these little midgets move? They're recruiting, so we can't tell. They can probably move up to like about here. So let's see. So here's a question. Do we really care about Winterpire? I mean, let's go look at our provinces, right? What's this place called? The Mountains of Hail. We are earning 140 per turn from this place. So this is not like an income center. This is a recruitment area. So that's what we're really getting out of it. So I think we're going to declare war on Surtha Ek. And I think we're going to come this way with Throgg. So what we're going to do is we're going to move that far. And does this take 50%? Yeah, okay. So we're going to replenish. 5 turns, are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. Okay. Well, here goes nuttin'. Oh, goody, and he's right there. And it says that they're going to win. That's not true. We have a dragon. Now, let's just see. Let's see what happens. This could have been a mistake. Could have been a mistake. I think we'll be okay. We do have a lord. We got the dragon. We can ping these guys with missile fire. Yeah, look at that. This should cause terror. Okay. Ooh. Does it have to be on the ground for this reduction in speed? Because just hovering. Okay, look at this. If they don't have missile units, just hovering this dragon over their troops will cause them to move slower by a lot. And they only move 35 and 35. Yeah, these guys move 35 too. But these guys could just peg them with missile fire with skirmish mode on. So I think we're going to be trying to use that to our advantage in this battle. And these guys are anti-large, right? They're anti-large. Yeah, which ones are they? They're the javelins. So if they have javelins, they're anti-large, and they're going to do damage to our frostworm. So we got to watch out for that. Now, these guys, how well do they brace for impact or anything? Charge defense versus large. Okay, so we're going to kind of set these guys up this way. And kind of flank with the marauders. And that's going to be a group. And this will kind of be a group. And then the dragon will be a group. Or the worm. I should call it a worm. Okay, so what's their javelins look like? Spear, spear. Is this javelin? Marauder hunters. Okay, so these guys are anti-large. Is that correct? Yeah, range of 90. They got very short range. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these guys and we're going to move them up here. And we're going to take our frostworm. And now we're going to kind of come over this way. Alright, because what we want to do, and these guys have a lot of ammunition, right? 16. It's not a lot, but it's not terrible. It's not terribly low. And so we want to get in here with these guys. They represent a high threat. That's what that little green box means. Okay, and we're just gonna, well, I don't know, let's move this way a little bit. Okay, so here's the idea. Let's come in at 3 different angles. Make these guys walk. Well, actually, we'll just stop them right there, just out of range of these guys. Okay, let's speed up the game just briefly. Okay, now let's start firing on these guys, and let's use our dragon to distract these guys, get these guys to turn. So if we make these guys walk, then the dragon should get into range first, the frostworm, and they should turn to fire on the frostworm, right? Surely that's what they'll do. Okay, let's fly over the top of them. Oh, there you go. You can see the debuff effect. Okay, so they've got their backs turned. And now let's just keep flying over these guys and keep them debuffed. Okay. Yeah, look at that. They're melting. Okay, now we kind of need to come over this way and slow these guys down. Keep these guys firing on them. Okay, and let's get out of here with these guys now. And let's just land on these guys and then lift off, right? Because if we can get rid of these guys, okay, now let's get away from the spearmen. We don't want to be stuck down here. Up you go. Come on. Okay, skirmish mode is now they're starting to do stupid things. They almost got caught. Okay, we got the dragon out of there. Okay, now we got these guys stuck over here. Can you please lift off the ground? Now we need to get the dragon over here because these guys are going to get caught. There we go. And we don't want to land on these guys. We just want to debuff them so that they can't catch us. And then we'll take these guys and just position them this way. Okay, come on. No. What are you guys doing? Move faster. Okay, these guys will come back. They'll come back. And now these guys are debuffed. So all we got to do is hover over these guys. And look at that. Perfect. Okay. These guys will come back. And what's our ammunition look like? Our ammunition looks good. Okay. Alright, let's turn off our fire at will. Now let's come back over here with our dragon. And actually, let's fire on these guys. Or the other guys. What? They were coming back. Why'd they run away? This was not meant to be. Alright. So now we're going to do the same thing over here and keep these guys slow. Okay. And we're just going to whittle away at these guys. I had no idea that the Frostworm had this effect that slows down enemy units. That is a huge buff. So defeating this faction leader early worked out really well for us. Okay, no, don't let him get back. Okay, come on. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Okay. Okay, now we got spears coming. So we're just going to pick these guys apart little by little. Okay, these guys are broken, so we're going to send the dragon in. Okay, these guys decided they'll come back. And let's just let's see. Oh, this is working great. Okay. Fire on them. Okay, you guys run. Run, run, run. And let's see if we can break these. No, we're not going to break those guys. This almost seems unfair, doesn't it? Okay, let's target their marauders again. And we got our dragon on these guys. Let's just speed it up a little bit. Okay, I think we can manage to do that. So now those guys are going to break. Okay, good. We got these guys are coming towards the spears. Okay, we want to fire on these guys. And let's get the dragon out of here. Oh, they ran out of ammo. Okay. They ran out of ammo. So we'll get them in there, and we'll get these guys firing on them. Alright, I guess we can bring in the rest of our troops, right? Let's get these guys on the flank. Alright, you guys come back this way. And actually, you guys can fire on the unit that's broken. Okay, so these guys just crumbled. Oh, this is... You know what? This is a lot of fun. This is so much more fun than the crap I had to go through with the dwarves in that Skarsnik campaign. Alright, let's get all these guys over here. And now let's charge in with our proper forces. Okay, let's get these guys over here. These guys got really bad morale. Okay, you're kind of fast, aren't you? You got to keep an eye on you. Let's see. Let's land in here and just get all of this stuff, all these guys killed. These are great weapons, so they're kind of dangerous. Are these great weapons? Nope. Alright. This should be crushed. Let's get the dragon, and we'll go crush their leader. Boom. Okay, there we go. A nice decisive victory. And we hardly lost anything. We did very well. We get 500 income. Okay, now occupy. Or sack. Or more favor from the crow. Let's see. With this guy right here, I think we want to occupy it and replenish. This guy got missile resistance and melee defense. That's really good. Okay, so we unlocked a Regiment of Renown. And this guy gained a skill point. So last time we gave him this. Oh boy. You know, 10% campaign movement range is so helpful sometimes. I think we're going to do that. And then we'll put the next points back into this line and make him a little bit better as a melee lord. Because if we can get this guy up to level 18 and he gets to charge around on a war mammoth and he's really buffed, then that's just going to work out really well, won't it? Okay, and we can recruit straight away in this province, but we don't have a lot of money. Now, is this Sirtha Ek? It is, with his... oh. He's got a mammoth, and we don't know what else he has. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're doing all that. Because if he's got a mammoth, we're going to need it. We might be bankrupt next turn. That's a legitimate concern. Maybe I should cancel this building. Yeah, I'm going to cancel it. I think we need the funds to support ourselves, and I think that as we move westward, we're just going to end up with our main base like over here. And we need to get to Troll Country, which is right here, which is where Throgg is headed towards. So maybe we'll like bounce this way and take the territory in Troll Country and just see what that unique building is. But I don't imagine that we're going to be able to hold on to it because we're going to have a lot of people really angry with us very quickly here. Okay. So let's see what the AI does, and then we'll probably end this episode and start the next one. I want to keep a frequent upload schedule for you guys today. I want to give you lots of Throgg content to enjoy. Okay, nothing exciting happened. That's it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Tune in for the next one, and have yourself a great afternoon.